Hi, this is Brian from Provision Studios. Today I'm going to make a video that shows how to set up the your Soundcraft Signature Series console to work with Ableton Live. The version I'm using today is Ableton Live Lite. So while it is not as feature rich as other versions of Ableton Live, the configuration process is the same. So first thing we want to do is we want to go into our audio MIDI setup on our Mac, and we want to select the Soundcraft, and then we want to go configure speakers. And then for your left front and right front, you want to select analog 21 for left and analog 22 for right. And then you want to click apply. And what this has done is this has, through the Apple Core Audio engine, it has allowed the console's special routing to be known by the Core Audio software. This is the most important process, because if you don't do this, it's going to try to default to channels 1 and 2, which is when you open this window, that's actually where it is. That's going to be on analog 1, and that's going to be on analog 2. So that'll be a big reason why you may be having problems getting Ableton Live to work properly with the way that the Soundcraft Signature Series consoles were intended to work. So again, we'll just select analog 21, analog 22, and click apply. All right, that's it. We're done with the audio MIDI setup. You can close that window. You click done, and you're set up. All right. Then we go over to Ableton Live. We want to click on under Live. We want to click under Preferences, and we want to go to the Audio tab. There's a very good chance that when you first open up the preferences for the first time, you're going to be on Look, Feel. You want to go to Audio, and you're going to select the Soundcraft as the audio input and audio output device. And then next, for your configuration, you want to select, for this example, I'm going to select 1 and 2 and 2324. 1 and 2 is just, it's the inputs on my console. So if I wanted to use the XLR or the TRS, this would be where I would set it here. The 2324 is the print return back into the DAW from the console. The output configuration, again, we're going to use 1 and 2 in 2122. 1 and 2 is channel 2122 after print return has been pressed. So you want to have those enabled. And 2122 is the master send from the DAW back into the console. That's the 2122 is the channel we're using to route out to our monitors or our headphones. And that's what we just set up in our audio MIDI setup window, where we selected analog 21 and 22 for the monitoring outputs. So there we go. We've clicked OK there. Now everything is set up. We've set up 2122 on the Core Audio. We've enabled outputs 1 and 2 and inputs 1 and 2, and outputs 21 and 22 and inputs 23, 24. All right, so next thing we want to do is in our DAW, we want to bring in some kind of sound source, because I'm not very familiar with Ableton. I'm just going to drag in a just a WAV file here. I'm going to drop it on there. Okay. Audio from, we do not need audio from because we have an internal audio source. Our audio out. All right, so we want this to go to an external output, which is going to be 1, 2. So we want to go through channels 1 and 2 that we enabled. On channel 1 and 2, we want to make sure that USB return is pressed down and that master is selected for the routing so that it goes out. And then what you want to do is on your audio return, we're going to select this track right here. I'm going to select external in, and I'm going to select 2324. 2324 is our print return. That's what is going to allow us to make moves on the console and actually mix through the analog circuitry back into the DAW. All right. Over on our master output, we want to make sure that 2122 is selected, and that's going to be this channel right here. On 2122, you're going to make sure that master is depressed and USB return is depressed. This is going to allow the channel, the print track from the DAW to be sent back through 2122 and out to our monitoring. All right, so let's open up this window here. I'm going to arm 2324 to record, and I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to make moves on the console here on tracks 1 and 2, which are the channel that is receiving my sample from the DAW. So there we go. I'm going to move a pan knob. You can see right there, all our signal is now on the right side because I made this pan move. Now everything's on the left side. I'm going to add a little bit of EQ. That brightened up quite a bit. All right, I took that off. All right, so there we go. So we have this is our analog sample right here. Our analog sum of that one noise. So on 2122 now for playback, I'm going to make sure that I have my level up, so that I can hear what I just printed back. There we go. And that is how you set up Ableton Live to work properly on the Soundcraft Signature Series console for analog summing and all your necessary routing. Again, I can't do very more robust features than this because of the version of Ableton Live Lite I have only allows me to have so many tracks and so many inputs configured, but you would do the same thing. You would, in that configuration window, you would set up all your inputs and then all of your outputs that you need to get your tracks to be routed in and out of the console. But you have to do that through the audio MIDI setup window. You have to do that analog 2122 for the main outputs in order for this console to work the way that it was intended to work with Ableton Live. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me at bbuck822@gmail.com. You can always leave a comment in the section below the video, and I'll get back as soon as I can. You can also go to my website, provisionstudios.com. That's PROVIZION studios.com, and I'll get back to you there as soon as I can. If you guys want to see any more features with the Ableton Live, again, this is not the DAW that I work in. In fact, the only times I've messed with it have been because I've had questions asked of me to work in it, so I kind of do a quick look through, see how to work in it, and then I make videos to show how I'm able to get it set up. You guys have a great day. I hope everyone is staying healthy through the pandemic, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. You have a great day, and enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye now.